She was like, shit, nigga, you should just sit down and talk about that.
Yeah,
What the fuck you got going on?
Yeah. It's March 21st? Oh, it's spring.
Yeah. It's a beautiful day. Yeah.
Shit, we back on a beautiful day.
On a beautiful spring day.
I am MaalGotItAll.
And I am your co-host, DeuceShizzle.
This is Non-Time About.
Non-Time About.
And as usual, we're going to get right into it with some current events.
Most current of events.
Most current of events. Like, y'all not going to see this till, I'm not going to say today.
Yeah. Why not?
But we shoot
Shout out
this.
to the editing team.
But if you didn't know, we shoot this on Sundays. So last night was Verzuz.
Right.
Ghost and Ray. And I'll go ahead and say this as not a fan of now one of those people. Like, they're not in my top 10, I'm not gonna say, yeah, I'm not a fan of those, you know what I mean? But at the same time, like, I'm not a fan of Ghost, but Iron Man is one of my top 5 albums. You know what I mean? Which is weird, but that's what it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and preface this whole conversation with that. But last night, I kept saying this was the best verses to me.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's how a hip hop fan would feel. Like, some other people be like,
as far as
yeah,
because
it barely broke 100K.
Yeah, that
you know what I mean?
Hip hop feels.
But it was just, yeah,
that New York gangster. You know what I'm saying? That I said I ain't no Wu head. You know what I'm saying? But I was more of a Ghost fan. But okay. I mean, I fuck with both of them because you know they had a lot of songs together.
A lot of songs, yeah,
so
yeah.
Shit.
I think that's what made it more interesting though.
Yeah.
Because you're like, how they gonna do this since you remember Iron Man, you remember Only Built for Cuban Links. They were like, those are 2 collab albums between them 2 people. Basically. Like, how they gonna do this? You know what I mean? And halfway through, I was like, oh shit, I forgot about all these singles that Ghost had.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of joints. Like
he had a lot of R&B joints.
Yeah, like I didn't know Neo said nigga in the hook. Like I didn't know that. Like
yeah, I knew it.
Me and this nigga ain't friends. Like I didn't know that. Like
nigga Dio. Yeah, he was tough. Yeah, it was tough. I ain't know Ray's motherfucking that nigga Raekwon legs is short as fuck.
Yeah, that's facts. I don't know, like long torso, little weight.
Maybe he rode the motorcycle that motherfucker. He ain't
long torso, little leg ass nigga, yo.
like old boy from King of the Hill. Dude, Pops. Yeah, that's what he looked like to me. I was like, yeah, this short leg ass nigga.
So was it hella pockets or it just looked like that because he was little?
I don't know. It looked like the nigga was on like some motorcycle pants and shit.
Yeah, because he definitely had knee. Yeah, definitely had that
like
on.
Some knee pads or something.
Yeah, so they were leather.
Patent leather?
Nah, they were patent. It was shiny. Yeah, but it was. I ain't gonna say it lived up to expectation because I think it surpassed it. Regardless of what your expectation was. Like my nigga, they was like, yo, Ray was like, yo, what's taking go so long, yo? And he pulled up in the goddamn mink, whatever that was. I don't know what that was. I ostrich at one point. I don't know what that was, yo.
Fucking camelloscopy.
So what you watch it on? Did you watch it on Thriller? Is it Triller? It's Triller.
Triller.
Did you watch it on Triller, Apple TV, or IG?
I watched it on IG.
Yeah, I was there for the comments.
Yeah. I couldn't help but to comment.
You see Tony Baker getting mad? Because people mad at him for keeping score? Yeah. He says the verses. I'm going to keep score.
Always keep score.
Do you read his comments in his voice? Because I definitely read his comments.
Let me ask you that. Oh, yeah, I'll save that. Yeah. But that was one of the questions I was going to ask you. Because you're a reader. You know what I'm saying? Do you read in other voices?
Yes.
You do?
Definitely.
You read and change the voice?
Yeah.
Because I was reading a book, and I was reading a book to somebody. You know what I'm saying? And I changed voices.
Oh, no, I don't do it vocally. I do it in my head.
No, I do it vocally.
I know, yeah. That's the thing about it. Like, I don't know. I haven't read a book in a minute, so.
And she was like, yo, you changed.
Yeah.
Like, you doing all the characters?
Yeah.
Don't everybody? I thought everybody read like that.
Yeah, you definitely got to, yo.
I changed characters in my mind, so why not say it? Especially if I'm reading to you. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, that didn't have nothing to do with
yeah, we there.
You know how quick that happened. I want to talk to you about the racist family.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The royal racist family.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I ain't know what you're talking about.
I'll give them their credit. You know what I'm saying?
Not credit, but yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, I'll give them their blessing.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
So what about it? Did you actually watch the interview or just the outrage of
I ain't
people?
really watched
what's
the
going
interview because, you know what I'm saying, I ain't been fucking with Oprah since she been, you know what I'm saying, her and Gail conspired to plot on every black man in the world, but leave all these, you know what I'm saying, high-powered white men to do whatever they want. But, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, that the Meghan came out and said that the royal family would have secret conversations about how dark the baby would be and all that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Just basically questions probably most white folks would have if you enter in a...
Yeah, that's the funny thing about that. Yeah.
I don't understand how, because Oprah, Oprah was like,
and it's sad.
What do you expect from?
And it's sad, but
England?
That might go both ways. That might be a conversation in both sides of the family, like the black side and the white side. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it wrong. Like they want. Don't get it wrong. They gonna
have curly hair or the nappy shit like you. Niggas have those conversations.
So
what do you expect?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Especially in a family atmosphere. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You want to be part of the family, you got to deal with the family racism. You know what I'm saying?
Both ways.
And that's what I said. I don't know what she expect joining that family.
That family, that family.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't. But I think it's the whole point of like she didn't. I think she expected that. Like I don't think she was surprised. Yeah. I don't think she might have been surprised at how the links it went to. Yeah. But I don't really think she was like surprised that it's taking place. And I don't think as the viewers, the black viewers actually did watch it, or the ones that didn't watch it but heard about it, we weren't surprised. We was like, why y'all acting like this is not what you expected? Like this is what they're built off of.
Racism like, this is
American is apple pie.
Or is England is crumpets and tea?
Goddamn.
You see what I'm saying? English is crumpets and tea.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Fish and chips out this motherfucker. So yeah, you know what I mean? As far as the current events and shit, we was discussing the Kanye, the richest black man alive.
Yeah, but
like, when the fuck this happened?
It don't be the person who just come shit on somebody's parade, but it's not true. But
really the richest man alive.
Yeah, I mean, but because what I heard was Forbes, they calculated what's going to happen with his gap deal. You know what I mean? So once they go through, he will reach that 6-point mark or whatever. But to my knowledge, I thought Robert Smith was the richest black man, at least in America. You know what I mean? And the other richest...
And he did what?
He has a lot to do with trade. Like, I don't know exactly what it is, but it's in trading. You feel me? That's something we need to talk about soon, too.
Yeah. We need somebody,
you know
what I'm saying? I'll be dabbling a little bit, but I would like to have somebody with more knowledge on it.
Okay. And it ain't got to be an expert. Just somebody that can just break it down for us type shit.
Like I said, I've been, you know what I'm saying? I've been dabbling a little bit in the market, you know what I'm saying? I made $200 last week.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All about to start. That's what's up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm learning the joint. You know what I mean? Like legit. You know what I mean?
We were definitely going to invite. I think we might invite one of the homies that just know a little bit more about this.
Somebody. I would like to talk to somebody who really makes some money on
this. Maybe we can make our way there. You know, first we can start here with baby steps. Learn a little bit about it. You know what I mean? Then if he
one month cannot fly into flying.
Facts.
Cannot fly into flying. Was there anything else we was going to talk about in current events?
No, what did you just bring up? Did we actually talk about it?
What, the racist family?
No, you said something after that.
Did I?
You definitely did.
What was it?
I don't know, because we got what we got. You know what I mean? I have no idea what it was, nigga. But I had the sentence ready for it. But then you said something else, and I had to retort to that. That's how it be.
Well, stop me, guys.
No, I was just...
You can stop me, right? Yeah.
Oh, man.
Fucking...
I don't know. Well, shit, I want to hear my brother say something real quick. So.
Ain't no right time, no wrong time to right wrong. Got a whole EP of fight song. If you ain't know what I'm on, shirt still talking. Again, that is what I'm on. Random shout out to my song. Until my life gone, I am my ancestor. They dreams, but their fears too. Ask if they answer. I'm yelling, I don't hear you. Who ain't out here? Who quiet while we riot? Close eyelids in silence, shout louder than 5 kids. I'm trying to raise.
All right, what's up, family? I just wanted to drop this off real quick to see what you think. Real quick, disclaimer. Just the only disclaimer I'm doing also. Black people, we do not support, encourage, nor do we condone any racism, abuse, murder, hate of anybody for any reason. All right, and that's the only disclaimer I'm doing. I just want to say this. What I won't allow and what I do not want to see is anybody calling us to the table to be some universal army for everybody else in the world. And I especially don't want to see that coming from Negroes online trying to be some moral superior goofy online. Okay, we have to have some honesty and reality about this. Black people have been the moral compass of this country since day one. All right, Frederick Douglass is pretty much the father of the country. If you really want to go into detail, black people, just like Dave Chappelle said, pretty much freed themselves during the Civil War, and we changed the fabric of the country during the Civil Rights movement. The reason why the country is this big melting pot the way it is right now is because of black people and their civil rights fights during the 60s. The reason why LBJ wrote the Immigration and Naturalization Act of 1965, and I'm not quoting him, but I'm paraphrasing, he pretty much said, this isn't the country, this isn't who we are anymore, right? And the reason why this country wasn't that anymore, these kind of like segregation, opposing country, is because of the Civil Rights Act and the Voting Rights Act that was fought for by Black Americans. And to quote the late great Patrice O'Neal, Black people, we are good people. Black people are the most Taco Tuesday, Cinco de Mayo, St. Patrick's Day celebrating, having kids with everybody, supporting every other group of people. We hang out, we do all the fun stuff together. We support everybody, we embrace everybody into our communities. Everybody does business in our communities. We do all of this. We are good people. Yet all of these groups that we love and support and we celebrate and drink with them and do all of this stuff, all of these groups have a specific word in their culture, in their language for Black people that is dehumanizing, belittling, and puts us down. All right? And even though there's been some support by a small percentage, there's never been a large cultural call to change the anti-Black culture in these communities. But yet here we are, still wonderful and beautiful and supportive of everybody, even if it's not returned. And to quote John Henry Clark, he says, Black people, we have no friends. Sometimes in our struggles and call for allyship and to fight for everybody, we need to recognize that. And I'm going to wrap this up. We didn't see a lot of these big calls lately until horrible, tragic, violent public death this past year. You saw the Maal Arbor, you saw Elijah Craig on TV. You didn't see Breonna Taylor, but it became really big, and it culminated with George Floyd, where the country didn't really reckon with itself and go, wow, I need to check my privilege and understand the world around me, until they saw a Black man tortured for almost 9 minutes under the knee of some smug racist cop. It took all of that to get people to really try to be aware and recognize something. And that's a problem. And we can still be good people and supportive and stuff, and we can still call that out as well. So I want to let my Black people know that we are not the Jesus Christ Savior's sacrificial lamb, innocent martyrs to be publicly executed and lynched for the world to see, to get them to reckon with their social consciousness. That is not who we are. We are not the damn Avengers. We are not some social justice league out here saving everybody else and getting nothing in return. That is not who we are. We fight for our people, we respect people, we support people, but we are not about that nonsense. We are good people. You know what I'm talking about?
Now I'm talking about.
Now talk about?
Yeah, liquor kicking in, so it's about to get interesting.
Yes, sir.
Shit, I guess that was my intro. That was words from the other Maal.
You know what I'm saying?
You heard him? We ain't no Avengers. Yeah. What's your?
I'm gonna preface it with a.
Everybody giving the only disclaimers we giving.
Yeah, the only disclaimer I'm about to give. You know what I'm saying? For all you ignorant motherfuckers, LBJ was not LeBron James. You see what I'm saying? It's Lyndon Johnson. Google if you don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Because some niggas
like, LeBron did what? You know what I'm saying? LeBron did what? That nigga was a freedom fighter for real. You know what I'm saying? It's Lyndon motherfucker. But yeah, so on the whole situation that happened with the dude shooting up the it was a massage parlor, correct?
Yeah, a couple.
Yeah,
a couple massage parlors. I want to say I believe 3 and 8 people.
Because he was rejected from his pleasures, I guess that's what it.
Yeah, he wanted to get rid of his temptation. That's what it was. He wanted to get rid of his temptation.
Temptation of what? Murder or
no? Of Asians. Massage parlors supplied something for him. So I don't want to say it was the Asians.
You want to say that they were temptation against?
Yeah, and these type of places.
His people.
For him, this is all about him.
It was his temptation.
His temptation. Yeah, he was fighting. Yes. Yeah, and it was just yeah. And I think the thing that spurred my brother's word, I could be wrong, but I think the spurred that, and my thoughts on it are Shit. Forgot what my thoughts was. The fact that, go ahead.
My thing was when we went through those fights that he mentioned, the Sandra Bland's, the George Floyd's, when we were going through that fight, I didn't see too many the Asian community as a whole didn't come out and stand with us. You know what I'm saying? It was a few. You know what I mean? Just like it was a few white people. You know what I mean? But it wasn't as a whole. We stand with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like they're expecting now. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes me mad because it wasn't a we're all the human race. It was all you black people got another problem on your hand. You know what I'm saying? What did he do to deserve it? Type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas now it's we're all the human race. We need to it should be equal rights now. Everything should be, you know what I'm saying? We should all fight together. This is a fight for everybody, black, Hispanic, all that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Because when something happens in one of their community, and when something happens wrong in any community, black people are like, yeah, that's wrong.
Yeah.
It's simple
you know
as
what I'm saying? Because equal rights is equal rights, and we all understand that. But it doesn't seem like it's equal for us when it comes time for everyone to stand up and stand on their 10 and say, this is wrong. Why are you treating them like this? You know what I'm saying? We get sparing numbers, and it's, but what did they do? It's excuses. And now it's excuses being made the other way, which always happens. Like the boys from Duke. Anytime a white man does something, he's not labeled as what he should be labeled as. A domestic terrorist or a rapist or a whatever it is.
And that was always
an excuse behind that.
That was my biggest problem with this. Like I don't want to ignore the Asian hate situation because that's been going on since we all talked about with the president, he spurred and all that or whatever. Yeah. So I don't want. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the whole fact that shit. I forgot it again.
You talking about the whole. The whole Asian hate about 45 creating it. You know what I'm saying? He definitely created that with the China flu. And, you know what I'm saying? They brought it here. It's all Chinese people did it there. You know what I mean? Like it's the hate. The hate you give.
Yeah, it's classic.
What Pac say?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? The hate you give.
Fucks.
The hate you give.
I don't know. Thug life. What's
little infants fucks everybody.
There you go. The hate you give. Fuck. Yeah, there you go.
The hate you give. Little infants fucks everybody.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So in this case, man, they showing what it is. There is definitely a domestic terrorist situation, but no one wants to. You know what I'm saying?
I think I read it. That was my whole problem, though. Like when something happens in America, they want to label it mental. They want to label it a mental issue, or they want to label it a sexual addiction or something. Instead of what it is, which is white terrorism, domestic terrorism. Yes. Like that's exactly what it is. You want to try to label it all this other stuff? No, and that's the other fuck thing about it with the cop. Yeah. I guess the leading cop on this whole case or whatever. Right. He's like, yeah, the dude had a bad day.
The Dylan Roof situation. We're gonna go to Burger King because the kid was hungry. Like, no, bro.
And then when you go into that cop's history, and see what he's been posting, like these motherfuckers. People post shit online. Like people still do this stuff. Yo, this is
as English as crumpets and tea. You feel me?
Social media, like us grown ups should be having these problems. Yo. It should be the kids should be making these mistakes. Not grown ups, but dude, like real shit.
No.
Yeah.
Fool is as a fool does.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, not to I mean, like as all, we still stand with the Asian community and what they're going through because wrong is wrong.
Because the fight is the fight.
Yeah,
equal
the fight
rights is equal rights for whether you're transsexual, transgender, you're you know what I'm saying, you're homosexual, whatever you want to be. You know what I'm saying? Equal rights should be equal rights.
And it's
but
wrong being
it seems
done
like
to
we're the only ones that got. Like he said, we're not the Avengers. Why are we the only ones that always got to fight this fight?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That shit sucks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like you said, the more you see this shit, like seeing dead people on TV and social media fuck with my thing. Me crit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's the program. I hate to say that shit every time.
Man. We got so many fucking monitors on this show, dog.
Yeah, it's like, yo, they drill that shit and they show you your own death regularly on TV. But the minute somebody else dies, why are we not there to save the planet? I mean, like I said, he may not like being called the wise Jabal, but I mean, you know, when it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? If it walk like a duck, quack like a duck, it's not a goose.
Them ain't geese.
Them ain't geese. You know what I'm saying? Them is not geese. You know what I'm saying? But he's flying like a swan. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? We're going to keep it, I mean, what it is. But, so that'd be my thing, man. Like, it's always, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, with the whole, he was a sexual addict, or he was, you know what I'm saying? The excuses they make for that. Yeah. On top of whenever it's a black man, before he, you know what I'm saying? Before he's wheeled out, You know that he fucking beat his baby mama in '97 type shit. You know what I'm saying? The news lets you know exactly what he thought he was gonna be a famous rapper. Listen to his music, and now my music somehow relates to what kind of a man I am personally. Like they make excuses for them, and then it's always a reason why we get murdered. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is so it's
America.
As English as tough as it takes.
Oh man, you got a question for me?
Yeah, I got a question for you, man. And I want you to ask, what is your biggest struggle?
All right. So some of these questions we know.
Some you just got to think about.
Some of them they just spur them, so you might not know the answer or whatever. This question I knew, and I thought I knew my answer. I want to say the past and regrets. I think I hold on to regrets. Like I think you can't do nothing about what you didn't do. You know what I mean? Like, you wasted your time on that shit. So I would say either regrets or procrastination. Procrastination is the one you give an interview. So that's why that popped in my head. You know what I'm saying? So I give it in, you know what I mean? But so I'll go ahead and be personal and open, I guess. And say I think regrets. That's why Regrets is my favorite song by Jay-Z. Yeah. That's why. That's my answer.
Just FYI, for all of you, you know what I'm saying? Whenever an interview and they ask you some shit like that, always say overthinking.
Okay. FYI, we got gems over here now. Oh, you get rubbing off on
It's gonna be the words wise of shizzle.
The words wise.
Keep fucking around. I'm gonna take that shit. I already been the voice of reason.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Mine is probably. I have a hard time. I'm an introvert. You know what I'm saying? We've already discussed that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't reach out as much. You know what I'm saying? Even when I know I should. Mm-hmm. And because I don't want to be like, I'm not one to force myself on everybody and shit like that. But I've most recently learned, you know what I mean? I've had issues. Mm-hmm. I got serious issues that you know
like what though?
Like, me and my family would always get together and we would be talking shit. And they were like, nigga, you got daddy issues. Mm-hmm. And my comeback would always be, I don't have daddy issues, you gotta have a daddy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And knowing that, and I guess it also goes into what you said as it relates to the regret of shit, you know what I'm saying? And I've never really had a regret before. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because I've always said and done exactly what I either wanted or felt. You know what I'm saying? But
So even with goals you didn't achieve?
I mean, with goals I didn't achieve, I know that's my fault. I know that, you know what I'm saying? I know that I didn't go hard enough for what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? Not that I was held back by something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Although in sports I did feel like I was being held back, but they probably were saving my life. Cause, you know what I'm saying? Shit, but you know, like I said, man, I just went through this shit losing my father, right? And it was like, I didn't know I wanted a relationship with him. You know what I'm saying? Because I always had men in my life. I had my uncles and shit, you know what I'm saying? They were always there to give me the gems and the jewels. That's where most of my shit come from. You know what I'm saying? My uncles always give me, he would always come up with, my uncle had so many sayings. He was like, man, one of his joints was, don't never let them know how much you got. You know what I'm saying? Everything ain't for everybody's. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And the don't let them know how much you got, that relates to... He used to say that shit about women. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it go for everybody. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Because he'd be like, if you let them know how much you made in your paycheck, your money's spent before you even get your paycheck. You know what I'm saying? Pay yourself first. Shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
And I think that's not a cut you off. I think that's a business gem that we learn very late.
Yeah.
Or not even a business gem, just a life gem that you learn very late. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And you know, and that's basically what it is. And it's that's why I didn't yearn. I kind of feel like that's why it's giving me a little comfort because I didn't really yearn for that relationship, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted it. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like, because, like I said, going to the funeral and everybody saying you look so much like your dad. Yeah. You act so much like your dad.
Like I said, when I seen the picture, I was like, yo.
You know what I'm saying? But like I said, we didn't have a close relationship. And apparently it's because he's an introvert. You see what I'm saying? Okay. And so understanding, so now I'm gaining this understanding because I've been talking to people and I've been asking questions, and now because I have a lot of unanswered questions about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I got unresolved issues. But I could have had them shits resolved. So that's where my regret come in. Because I had these issues resolved if I just went and saw him and talked to him.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they wouldn't have been resolved. Maybe he would have brushed me off. I don't. Who knows?
But you did your
but
part,
from
though.
from the stories I've heard, it seemed like he talked to everybody. You know what I'm saying? And then it goes into me feeling selfish because everybody was like, yo, he would do anything for anybody. He would come and get you. He would come. And the whole time everybody saying that shit, all I was thinking was, then why he didn't come and get me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I was never the kid that looked out the window waiting on him. You know what I'm saying? But why? I feel like why? What? You know what I'm saying? So it take me into that. It take you down that dark alley now. Now it's what? Is it me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I asked her. Like, was it? You know what I mean? So without drawing everything out. And getting
So if you don't mind me asking, so I guess some of your regret comes of when you're of age to do something about it yourself.
Yeah. Or you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, hopefully we're talking to adults. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And even with kids, like holding on to shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I held on to that. I'm the son. Why should I don't feel like I should have to search a relationship with my father. He should want one with me. And if he don't want one with me, then what am I supposed to do about that? Me forcing myself to be there ain't gonna change nothing. If you don't want it, you don't want it. Cause I felt like if I don't want it, you know what I mean? I only did what I wanted to do or how I felt. You know what I mean? So, like I said, it would always be, and I always had uncles that my uncles were close to him, and they were one of my uncles. My uncle from that I told you from last week, Jake the funny dude. You know what I'm saying? One of the funniest dude I know. You know what I'm saying? He would always tell me, I know I'm gonna have to make you and you. I'm gonna have to physically put y'all motherfuckers together because y'all so much alike that you'll never do it on your own. You know what I'm saying?
But it's more about the introvertness. It's not really just him having a problem.
More about being introverts and us both being the exact same. You know what I'm saying? Like poles repel. You feel me? But like I said, that's just issues that I got. You know what I mean?
That's part of growing up, though, man.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like black men always having to be told that you can't express feelings. You don't have can't have no emotion behind it. It isn't. I mean,
we do that to ourselves, though. We do that to ourselves. Yeah. Like when you're 20s, if one of your homies come talking with some.
Oh, you bitch ass nigga, stop that shit.
I didn't tell you what the premise was, but that's exactly what the reply goes to.
Yeah,
man, like one of your homies in a relationship be coming with his problems, like shit, you got jokes. Or you tell this nigga, let's go to the club, get some pussy, like you're not helping the situation out at all. Nigga, like,
you a bitch and fuck that bitch.
I want nothing, nigga. Yeah, like I said, we do that to ourselves. I mean, of course, we'll say it's the programming, and that's true, but at the same time, at some point, we got to break it ourselves. And we got to we got to work on communication. Yeah, it definitely is. But
I think talking about it is
that's where it starts. That's where it starts. So, because like we was talking about earlier in the break, or whatever. Like, I think a lot of times, like when me and my homies talk, if it's a serious conversation, one person is there just to listen.
And that's what motherfuckers be needing a lot of the time.
And I think it's more about you hearing what you've been thinking out loud,
and just allowing the other person to vent.
Yeah. Because
sometimes you just got to get some shit off your chest.
Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, you saying it out loud sometimes points to like, okay, yeah, that's smart. I need to go do that. Or, yeah, that was dumb. I feel you. That was dumb. And your man ain't really got to say something. Or he might come in and be like, yeah, you know that didn't make sense, right? Yeah. Or like you said, like, oh, that's petty. Yeah. Like, you know how petty you sound, right? Yeah, you're like, yeah, that I said out loud, that is petty. Let me go do this type of shit. You know what I mean? So black men, we need to talk. That's the whole reason for us having this show right here. But between you and your brothers or whatever, y'all need to, cousins, friends, all that shit, we need to talk, shit, bro.
Yeah. Definitely. But I mean, you know, like I said, it's a work in progress.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Condolences to you and your family, man. Real shit.
Yeah. I mean, you know, like I said, I've been on an emotional roller coaster. I really don't know how to feel about it. You know what I'm saying? I've cried. I've been like, you know what I mean? I've gone through it, but I understand.
But
my dad
fought
in Vietnam War. I mean, yeah, because I mean, like I said, when I went to go see him, you know what I mean, the day he died, you know what I mean, that's when I let out the most, you know what I'm saying, because I was put in a tough spot, to be honest with you, because I don't really have a strong relationship with him, you know what I'm saying, I don't really have a strong relationship with my older sister. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not really religious. And they had the reverend in there with me and her and him. You know what I'm saying? So she's saying, "Oh, Daddy, I love you, and I'm gonna always," you know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting there like, I don't have that to draw on.
Yeah.
But then the reverend, he was like, "Well, I'm gonna look. You mind if I say a few words?" And he starts talking, and he says, "I know, you know what I'm saying? They said that, you know what I mean? He was explaining what was going on and shit, but then he like." I've been. He's the same Reverend I've always known.
Okay.
He's actually a family member. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And we always went to church. I was baptized in his church and all that. You know what I'm saying? He's a good man. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't put him in the same category as most of the Bible peddlers. That,
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's a compliment. We might come back to that.
That's what I'm saying. So he's a good man. So I wouldn't, you know what I'm saying, take that from him. But when he spoke, and I guess that's why it would draw people to the church, because it felt like he was speaking specifically to me. Even though he was doing this with the prayer and shit. Like, I felt like he came directly
I would have got you wrong, but a lot of times, when the person that comes to church and they've been in church a long time, that's what they say. I felt like he was talking directly to me.
Right? But he did, because this is what he said. He was like, I know you got a lot on your chest that you want to get off and you want to say, you know what I'm saying? But you can say it. Even if you feel like he can't hear it, he can hear you. Say it. Get it off your chest. Say it. Get it off your chest. You want to say it. He want to hear it. You need to say it. He need to hear it. Say it. Do it.
And you like this?
Say it.
You talking to me?
I'm like, is he looking at me? I feel almost bursting.
You like Kevin Hart grandma?
Yeah. No, I'm looking at him like, you legitimately talking to me?
Yeah.
Snot, tears, everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't breathe for a minute. I had to throw the mask up. You know what I'm saying? I went through it. But like I said, it was tough for me. You know what I'm saying? But one of the things I have learned through the situation, that he did teach me a lot of things, even though he didn't directly hand me those jewels.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I tell my kids all the time, I love you. You know what I'm saying? You're beautiful. I love you. My son, we playing. I love you, little nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'll punch him in the back. I love you.
Punch you right
Don't
back.
nobody love you like daddy.
He punch you
like,
right back, don't he?
Yeah, daddy, he fish hooking and shit. He doing all kinds of weird shit.
The fish hook's been all day, man. God damn.
Goddamn, why everybody want to fish me? It's a fucking pandemic. Goddamn. But so you know what I'm saying? Like, and my daughter, I love you. You're beautiful. All the things I didn't hear. You know what I'm saying? The father that I didn't have, even though he was like I said, I would never take anything from him. I understood he was a good man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was like they say, he was one of those dudes that you could be like, yo, my car broke down. He'll come diagnose your car, tell you what to get, fix your shit, won't charge you nothing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He was that kind of guy. A great dude, and I understood that. But the whole time, I'm feeling like, because everybody has these amazing stories about how he was so outgoing and he loved you. You know what I'm saying? He would give anything for you. But I don't know that.
Yeah,
I don't know that experience. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, my
rollercoaster.
I was on the click, click. And then everybody's like, he was great, he loved this, he loved everybody, but I ain't feel none of that shit. You see what I'm saying? So, like I said, it was a struggle and it's something I gotta, you know what I'm saying, deal with.
Yeah.
And, but I'm gonna talk about it. So
Yeah, I mean that's part one.
I feel like that's the communication, that's the part that black men we need to do. You know what I'm saying? We need to have the conversation, like you said, that's why we doing the show. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of those serious conversations that
every once in a while we can get deep on y'all eyes. Real shit, man. Real shit. And honestly, it'd be therapeutic for us. Y'all just
and like I said, and you know what I'm saying, you said it. It need to be. It's sometimes you just need some shit need to be said.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it ain't often that we get to vent. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out
without
to Big Crit.
being called a bitch.
Yeah. Your homies. You just gotta laugh it off. Like, you over there hurt like a motherfucker.
You ready to go punch the pillow like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But the ladies hooks in and
it was crazy because fights done started like that.
Man, what?
Fights done started. Like, nigga come in with an attitude, you know what I mean? You go, yo, bitch ass, you know what I mean? Thinking shit
Fuck
just
you
funny.
talking to?
Yeah, y'all
ain't
just
got time for
fighting.
that shit.
And you never
Not
find out
today.
y'all never find out what y'all really fighting about.
Yeah.
This nigga really was going through it, you know what I
going
mean?
through it and you got jokes and shit. Like, none of everything. You know what I mean? But, yeah, man, that's just like, you know what I'm saying? So, I feel like, you know what I mean, if my pain will help somebody else. But I like, that's another thing that's been eating at me. It's hard for me to be like, because I'd be like, yo, I know it's motherfuckers don't have homes and shit. So it's worse. It can be worse.
Yeah.
You know
I mean, that's one of my sayings. It could always be worse.
It could always be worse. And there's people going through worse. You know what I'm saying? It's a motherfucker right now struggling. You know what I'm saying? And here I am crying about my daddy issues, right? But you got to talk about it.
Yeah, definitely. Issues are issues, man.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Who's to say your issues is greater or lesser than the next man?
Yeah.
But I won't draw it out no longer.
Shit, we can go to break, man. We can go to break. We'll come back with top 5. Get on out here.
All right, let's do that.
Sound like a plan, bro. All right.
Speed out.
Yeah. Now I'm talking about the convo, and this is Flag Football Won't Enough. And this week we're shouting out the homie Fresh, who is a manager of True Game Entertainment, where they have hip hop artists like Mr. Elbow, Buckets Marciano, and Hollow Black. Again, this is just us showing love to the homies. Flag Football Won't Enough. Shout out True Game Entertainment and the homie Fresh.
True Game.
We out here, baby.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. You know what I mean? Sorry to get all emotional on you and shit.
Nah,
but,
that's cool, man.
Yeah, man. So we gonna go ahead and do the. You got anybody you want to shout out?
Oh yeah. And I guess in the spirit of March Madness, I'm gonna go ahead and shout out Ed Cota, who was the point guard for UNC back in the day. Shout out to my homeboy Mark, because he knew exactly who I was talking about.
legit.
Yeah.
All right. My shout out is a little motherfucker that played quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers.
Okay.
Jeff Garcia.
Okay. Little, how tall is Jeff?
He's like 5'9".
Oh, Jeff Garcia only 5'9".
Yeah. He
Sheesh.
was a little motherfucker.
Okay.
And maybe I'm thinking Doug Flutie.
Doug Flutie definitely shorter than, yeah. I always hear about Doug and Drew as being them short.
They all
little
look
niggas.
like.
I ain't hear about.
All right.
When you put it that way, yeah.
So since we
already in this.
Yeah, since we already there, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna go with your top 5 white guys.
This is
I
11.
ain't gonna ask you who you personally, because you know what I mean. I mean, I could give you 5 white guys I know personally.
Yeah, and honestly, this is. So it was hard to dwindle it down. So, you know what I mean? Because there's just so many. You know what I mean? So, my fifth
Benjamin
one.
Franklin.
Damn, I should have picked him.
I know, right? I was just thinking, damn, Ben Franklin be good.
Fact, nigga.
Slapping niggas.
So my fifth one is one of the homies.
Okay.
And I think my fifth one is one of your homies also. So, you know me. I'm either going to give you 6 or 4.
Right.
Because the fifth one we're going to share type shit.
Yeah.
So, my first one will be...
Big Joe.
Shit, now we at 7. All right. No, my first one, it's not one of the homies. It's like, for some reason, like one of my favorite movies in the world is Groundhog Day. Okay. You know what I mean? And I watched the Ghostbusters so many times growing up. Okay. So Bill Murray would be my favorite first white dude.
You know he died in the zombie apocalypse, right?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
that was funny. Yeah, like Bill Murray just hilarious. Yeah. It's fair. And he was in and it's rolling goddamn is he in Space Jams too?
I don't know. You know they was taking everybody out there.
That's what we you know newspapers? Yeah. Y'all don't know about newspapers. You know the newspapers used to have a section where they had to correct last week? So we didn't mention, so it's not a correction, we didn't mention that that's what the whole him getting canceled about. Like LeBron asked for this nigga to get out.
Bill Murray?
No, Pepe Le Pew.
LeBron asked for Pepe?
Yeah, he wanted him out.
LeBron did?
Yeah.
Man, they just took him down 2 notches in my book, man.
Yeah, he's still the greatest. Just 2 notches down.
The greatest currently?
Basketball player that when you include the outside off the court also? Yeah.
They say LeBron is the best, but if you look at his All-Star jersey, it's Jordan time, 22. But it is what it is.
All right, you'll go. Let's go back and forth with this.
You'll go back and forth?
Yeah.
All right, so you
I might forget mine. Fuck it.
All right, so my number one, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, this is an order?
Oh, I thought that's what you did. Didn't you?
No, Bill Murray ain't my favorite.
5?
I ain't want to rank him.
Oh, you didn't
I'm just saying 5 names after each other.
Oh, so you didn't do the homie? You ain't gonna say?
That's my 5th one. We'll say that for the 5th. Yeah,
all right. Because I got homeboys too.
Okay, so they can be included. All right.
So they,
you might change my answers as we go through this, because I'm like, damn, I didn't mention him because he's my friend also, that type of shit.
Nah, you don't know that.
Okay, Doug?
Nah, not Doug. My man Sean Reed, the UFC fighter. You know what I'm saying? He be fighting UFC and shit.
Okay. He from around here?
Fight in the UFC, but he does MMA.
Okay,
he does mixed martial arts.
He from around here?
Yeah, he from around here. He's from Reston.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. This is number 1?
I mean, legitly, like that's my, you know what I mean, my brother.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? You know what I mean? If I could say that the white dude's my brother, then most of, like, he's the closest that I would say. You know what I mean? But, solid dude, always was my, you know what I'm saying, my ace in the place. You know what I mean? Like, he was there when I needed him. You know what I'm saying? And he was one of the motherfuckers that he ain't never said nigga, but he'll fuck some niggas up. You heard me? And he was always like that. Like, this MMA shit was no surprise. When we found out he was doing MMA, no surprise.
Right up his alley,
whooping niggas' ass all our lives.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He whipped some asses for me.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Or we whipped asses together.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
All right.
I mean, without putting an order in it. But he's my number one. You know what I mean?
Okay. With the fist, goddamn.
With the fist.
All right.
He's solid. That's a solid white dude right there.
All right. Sports. Fuck it. You know, most of mine would be either acting or sports. You know what I mean? So, White chocolate.
Damn.
Yep.
I should have said that shit.
Jason Williams, boy. And it's so crazy with Instagram. Like I keep saying the same highlight reel.
And motherfuckers was doing them moves.
Yo, he was crazy.
The motherfucking.
Yes, all that stuff.
Rondo still do that shit.
Yes,
man.
man. Like watching Jason Williams, man.
Man, he was spectacular.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? He made, you know what I'm saying? That full court,
full speed type
between
shit.
the legs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Around man.
He was the fact that he made it was so much fun.
When Gary Payton, the glove.
Whoa!
When he shook the
Kobe,
glove.
John Stockton, yo,
legit,
shit, man. And then with the passes too.
Oh,
and like I said, and he was having fun.
He had niggas doing elbow
he had throw the no look at
the
the camera, like all that. He was having fun. Like that's all. He brought the playground to the joint and was successful with it. I think during that time, like like Skip and cats that you knew was nice with the handles and all shit that you was doing out there, but they couldn't do it here, and he was doing it. You know what I mean? He was
at the highest level.
At the highest level, and getting away with carrying.
What was it, the chicken or the egg?
What you mean by that?
Was he doing it or was they doing it first? I mean, you know, it's the street ball culture and shit, but
definitely that's where he got it from. I mean, hey, that's where he got it from. Yeah, the fact that
because Elvis ain't write them songs. My guy would. My second guy would be
Elvis.
Nope. Motherfucking Larry Bird.
Okay, Larry motherfucking Legend.
Larry Legend. Yeah, Larry Legend. And just the stories I've always heard of him. You know what I'm saying? Like winning the 3-point contest, he didn't even take his warm-ups off. You know what I'm saying? Him and Jordan and Magic and shit going at it at the USA team. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Him not taking no shit from no niggas on the court.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even at a time when it was, you know what I'm saying?
Him asking the opposing coach, you got this white dude checking me? Like,
I'm gonna bake his ass. See what I'm saying? He was cold. You know what I'm saying? Cold. You know what I'm saying? That's why I gave him respect.
Like him coming to the locker room like, y'all going for second place in the 3-point contest, right? Like this shit like that, man. Yes.
Y'all like that second place trophy? Damn sure ain't getting this top one.
And then doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And at a time when the 3-point ball wasn't as valuable as it is today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's crazy because if it was now, he would definitely probably be shooting more threes.
He'd be busting Steph ass in them now.
But okay, veering off. So a lot of time when people talk about the top 5 ever, that's the person they take out
Larry?
for Braun.
Larry?
Yeah. You agree or?
I mean, Larry's career was cut short because of the back injury.
Back injury,
so he didn't really get to, you know what I'm saying, do all the things. And like you said, that's why I hate that conversation because it's the generations. You know what I'm saying? It's different. Game different. The shit evolves.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to explain that. You know what I'm saying? To adequately adjust to the different levels. Like you know, the fouls are different. You can hand check back then. You can't hand check now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Motherfucking, they wasn't shooting threes at the rate that they're shooting them now. You know what I'm saying? But if he could shoot the threes at the rate he shoot them now, he'd be crushing numbers. You know what I'm saying?
We'll say he would
Especially
be like,
with the handles, like Larry was out here
you
the handles
like
too.
Little passes like that, like the passing too.
When you had to play white guy basketball. You know what I'm saying? He was, you know what I'm saying?
Bob Cousy was a beast.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So you can't compare generations because of the time change. But
okay.
Larry was cold.
All right, so my go.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and say that this dude is in my top 5 MC list. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and put that out there.
Okay.
So we can deal with that when y'all want to deal with that. That's what we got comments. So fuck it. We can bring the shit back up. It's a chair right here. Okay. And that's period. Like all rappers, not just white rappers. Like he's top 5 period to me, and that's Eminem. Like Eminem is in my. Because the first time I heard, like I always say, there's 2 ways that I got started with hip hop. We had a trip to Ohio playing basketball. All I had was Life After Death, Wu-Tang Forever, and All Eyes on Me. You know what I mean? And then like when I got home that night, I heard Second Round Knockout, and I heard I Don't Give a Fuck on the radio.
I just don't give a fuck.
Definitely didn't know this dude was white. But you know how I am about wordplay.
His voice though.
I didn't know. It was just a different MC to me. Like you got to, but you got to remember how sheltered I am.
Right.
Like only black people rap. That's some dumbass shelter. You feel me?
Never heard of these boys.
But that at this level though, like I'm all that. You know what I mean? But like I'm saying, like the wordplay. Like I know a lot of times Eminem get flat because he just talking about dumb shit, but it was still the wordplay. Like what he was doing with word. Like he was like technically, technically, seem like he's like up there with me. You know, I understand that he don't talk about the shit you'd rather him talk about. But to me,
that's he talking about what he know.
That was always my comeback. Like, you will be pissed if he was talking about hood shit.
Yeah.
Even if he was from, because he's from, there's hood shit.
If he was Slim Jesus, you'd be like, man, fuck that motherfucker.
I got time today, cuz.
Yeah,
like, he was on that type of shit. Like, you would, you know what I mean? I'd rather him on that.
Yeah.
And that's just what it is. Anyway, that's number 3. Yeah.
So you on his side or Snoop's side and they beef?
Him side.
Okay.
What's the beef?
Nah, it was,
that's how hard I ride with
Snoop said, Snoop.
And I heard Snoop was mad that, so he sent the feature and M
He
didn't
said
want
he
to be on
wouldn't put
it.
him in the top 10.
Yeah.
And
And then
he just don't listen to that shit.
And then Daz came out later on and said it had something to do with the fact that M didn't want to be on the Snoop song. And M didn't want to be on that song because you talking hood shit, that's not really up my ballpark, bro.
Right,
There's no point in being on that
I
song.
ain't cripping, motherfucker.
Yeah, that type of shit. You know,
No cripping.
thank you, yo. So so that's the, but that's funny. Like, that's the same type of beef you would have with one of your homies rapping. It goes on in the industry too. You know what I mean? Like, life is life, bro.
Life is life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo, go.
So, that's on me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with him, even though his woman be beating on his ass.
This is funny.
That's my man's though. You know what I'm saying? Charlie the Chocolate Factory, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay.
He cold. You know what I'm saying? I fuck,
yeah.
and he can do so much. Edward
So
Scissorhands.
much.
Hands.
Yeah.
The dude is good, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So legit, I give my shout out to Johnny Depp. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? For being a cold ass dude.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He need to
Blow.
learn how to duck.
Blow.
Man, all that shit, motherfucker. That nigga. You ever seen what's the joint? The Mexican Gun or whatever the fuck?
Mm.
Yeah, it's
No,
about it.
Blow is like my favorite movie, dog. That's just one of my favorite movies, dog.
Yeah, nah, I fuck with Johnny Depp.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because the boy as far as weird characters go,
Yeah,
it's either him
everywhere.
or Eddie Murphy. And
Yeah.
then,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying?
And
They
Samuel
didn't
L.
really hold. Yeah, Samuel did nothing
Done
weird.
everything,
Yeah. Well, I would say, motherfucking.
We had to do a category on that.
Yeah.
Not your
Weird
favorite, but the most diverse ass
Yeah,
doing
the
ass
most
roles
diverse.
ass movie niggas.
Yeah,
That type
yeah,
thing. You
just
know what
like
I mean?
that.
Yeah, just like that. I didn't remember that title, dog. We gotta come back to
I say you gotta rewind this joint. But yeah, that's who I got, Johnny Depp.
Okay. So I already knew my 5th and I already knew my 4th, and I was like, yo, am I really gonna waste a spot on this dude? But this is all about wasting spots on dudes, cause fuck it.
They all the same.
Yeah, basically that was funny.
Don't you take George Clooney. George Clooney, Brad Pitt. Everybody that played Batman. Michael Keaton.
Nah, man, sports, man. If it's sports, you know who it is, bro.
Okay.
You know who it is,
Tom
man.
Brady?
No, man, he's terrific, but no, not Tom terrific. Who beat Tom Brady twice?
Oh,
Eli! Yes, Eli's in my
Eli.
favorite 5 white dude category, bro. Fuck it, yo, man.
With your goofy
Yeah,
ass.
average ass quarterback.
Eli with his goofy ass.
Goofy ass, yo. I ain't gonna lie, I miss them Sundays, man. I miss Eli getting up from a sack looking stupid in the face.
Yeah.
Like I said the last time, I missed it being the 4th quarter, and he ain't threw that pick
Was
yet.
he looking stupid in the face, or he was ready to cuss everybody out, and he just didn't know how to
He
explain?
was looking stupid in the face, bro. Like, fuck that.
I mean,
he
he
was
always
looking
looks
stupid
stupid
in
in
the
the
face. Yeah, then the helmet be fucked up. Somebody got to pick the grass off and all that shit. He don't do none of that shit. He just go back to the huddle, bro. Like I said, I missed 4th quarter.
Yeah.
We up. He ain't threw that touchdown yet. And he ain't threw that pick yet. And I ain't got no confidence.
Yeah,
I know that we're going to lose this game because he about to throw a pick. I missed that.
But you know he was going to make that play in the Super Bowl, though.
Facts. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He
Either
made
somebody
them
else.
motherfuckers.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's my, Eli Manning, homie.
True shit. Yeah. Okay. Solely off one of my favorite movies, Achilles.
Facts.
Go with Brad Pitt.
Okay, I'm glad you picked that.
Yeah.
Good.
Because, I mean, just that movie. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I love that movie too.
Like, damn, bro, you should just. I would have had metal shields on my motherfucking back of my shit if I knew that was your only weakness.
Yeah.
But I guess he didn't know that until he got hit in the
Benjamin Button?
Yeah,
legit. I like that one too. Yeah, that was
that was weird. But
but it was good. But yeah,
it's
it's
good.
good.
It's
Yeah.
good.
I mean, but I think it's movies like that where you got to show, you got to do a little bit something different. Like, I'm used to you doing this.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. That's what I can fuck with. That's how I am with hip hop. I don't know how I got there. I definitely did with hip hop. Yeah. That's how we was talking about Lil Baby earlier.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
right,
you do something
right.
different and you do it good. I'm hip. I'm paying attention to it.
For sure.
But any more Brad Pitt stories?
I mean, he was also in the joint with the Mexican gun.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna need to see this.
No, that was a good movie.
Okay.
It was about a.
Was Antonio Banderas in this?
No, I don't think Antonio Banderas.
Okay.
It was Brad Pitt and Johnny Depp. It was about a special gun that was made by a gun Smith and shit, and he made the gun for his wife. I mean, for his daughter's marriage, and I guess they were supposed to like shoot in the air or some shit, and she shot and the gun backfired and killed her.
Wow.
So the gun had like some shit where everybody who shot it, it killed. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit.
Yeah. So it was like worth so much money, and you know what I mean. But it was a good ass fucking movie.
Yo, people are stupid. Like, I need this. This is
I
worth money. Why is this worth money? Why?
Because I want to shoot.
Why do we
I wanna
add
see it
value?
kill me.
Why are we adding value to this?
Because
somebody was like this.
Everybody likes to see a train
so
wreck.
he did it like this, so maybe I could do it like this.
But the joke was
get
tough
shot.
because the revolver was a heart. It was a revolver, and it was like 2 bullets. It was a heart. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, that gun tough as shit. You know what I'm saying? And it was a nice little movie. Old joint, though. But yeah.
All right. Like I said, 5th spot is the homie. Hey, well, we was talking about this category, and he was like, "Who, me?" I was like, "Yes, you. Yes, you actually are on my list. Yeah. I won't call you by your real name. I'll call you Zachariah. Yeah, Zach, man.
Tell you rude. You got
Zach just the homie, man. Like, it's just simple as that, man.
Zach Morris, all the Zach Morris.
Yeah, all the Zach Morris. Yeah.
But that one more specifically.
Yeah.
The homie Zach.
Yeah.
Zachariah.
Zachariah, boy. Yeah. Fast boy. Call that boy fast, man.
You run like you scared of niggas.
Yeah. Damn. Exactly. Like I said, Zach the homie, man. All love, man. For Baltimore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What they say, Bel Air?
Bel Air. The monk reminded Bel Air.
Bel Air.
Or Leesburg. Yeah.
Yeah,
Zach the homie.
So me, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna say Tom Terrific, but he a Trump supporter. Fuck that nigga.
Facts. There might be facts, but
and I was gonna say Brew Drees. You know what I'm saying? But fuck that nigga too.
Yeah. You're a Trump supporter.
You know what I'm saying? But
hold on. So when we found out last week that he retired and shit, right?
Yeah.
So somebody was like, damn. I wanted to talk about the fact that him trying to make a comeback and Sean Payton like, I wouldn't want you no more though. Michael Thomas like,
you can't help
you can do that type shit.
You can't win with you. Can't win with him. Can't
like I missed out on them type stories. Damn.
Can't win with him. Can't coach with him. Can't do it. I can't do it.
That Mike. That's Mike.
Yeah, Mike. Yeah. And then the funny thing, he said that to Vernon Davis. He said that shit about Vernon Davis.
Who's a model citizen now, right?
Yeah,
that's
a model citizen now. He's a beast. With that, my next one will be. I think we might have the same guy. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna skip it because fuck it. I'm just gonna skip it. So I'll go with my man Jim Carrey. You know
Okay. I forget. Yes, yeah. I'm glad he made the list.
Yeah,
I feel like we really got in trouble if he really made this list, yo.
Yeah, he one of the coldest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Super hilarious. I've laughed at every movie he's ever made. One of my favorite movies is Me, Myself, and Irene. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah, definitely.
Just off how goofy he was in the joint. The scene where he was in the motherfucking joint, his lips got stuck to the top of his teeth when he was drinking the water. Jim Carrey was cold. You know what I'm saying? He's funny as hell. I mean, he's always been one of my favorite actors.
Okay. Well, shit, pretty good show. Like I said, roller coaster.
Right.
That's how the show was. That's how life is, man.
Yeah.
So, I guess you're gonna let them know the 5 things they got to do.
You gotta first subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Then you like. Hopefully you'll share it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You leave a comment while you're
comment if you feel some type of way about what we say. Whether it's
positive
negative
or negative.
Positive, you know what I'm saying?
We don't delete messages.
Yeah,
we keeping that shit.
We cold.
Yeah.
And then follow. Never follow, but follow the show.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Now I'm talking about?
Yep.
We out here. And we do this because black men need to have conversations like this.
Yeah. Deep conversations. Shallow conversations.
Yeah.
Just need to talk.
Just need to talk, man. Communication is key.
You know what's funny? I think this is hilarious. So I need y'all to let us know. Sometimes we don't let the third person in there. I've heard from people that me and you are just talking to each other, and we're not really including them in there with us. Yes, I don't know whether if y'all agree with that. Please put in the comment that we need to talk to y'all more, or are y'all cool with y'all just watching us converse about this, that, and the third? I was laughing because it's the end of the show, and we just started talking to these motherfuckers like. Oh man, like I said, man, it's not time about the convo, man. I'm enjoying this. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'm enjoying just linking up and just talking. You know what I mean? We homies, so we talk on a regular, but, you know what I mean? You talking about just some other stuff. Because some of the conversations we're gonna have, It's stuff that we seen throughout the week, or just questions that we had in our head. So like, fuck it, let's go ahead and ask and see what he got to say about that type of shit.
And it may be same questions that somebody else got, and maybe we can help. You know what I'm saying? So
definitely.
that's what it's about. We trying to help. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, heal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But again, this is now I'm talking about. I am your co-host, DeuceShizzle.
I am your co-host, Maal got it all.
And I'm talking about.
I'm about to dip on his ass. Watch. We got a segment to shoot now, man.
Put the movement on the hoodie, they support a nigga. Hoodie season, I'm an autumn killer. All I rock is my lines and the homies. Swap life, gang, and you know me.
Now I'm talking about
Programming.
support your own. This is like my second favorite part of the show because the show's only working in 2 parts.
Right.
Like when we just shouting out the homies and we get to showcase our own shit, man. Like I really enjoyed it. I don't know why I'm talking so much, but I really enjoy it. You know what I mean? Doing this, whatever. Saying all that, this is a shout out to the homie Black Culture Wear. I will put that right here. If you don't know about Dr. Sebi, do the knowledge.
Or Dr. Dre.
Do the knowledge. Do the knowledge.
Google some shit.
Facts. Again, man, shout out to Black Culture Wear. A couple weeks ago, I had the Culturepreneur hoodie on. Mm-hmm. Same people, man.
That's what
Yeah,
okay.
definitely.
Legit.
Yeah, no patches this time, though.
No patches. We got some shit on the back.
You gonna talk about video? Yeah.
Tag, you know what I'm saying? Like we do as we doing. Yeah, legit shit. All right, so you know what it is. This is now I'm talking about. So this is now I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. And we got a whole lot of them shits. So, you know what I mean? You already know that we got these. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So get at me, and we got you.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about?
When you DM, DeuceShizzle.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, it's 2 shizzle. I'll put it right here, man.
Yeah, man.
Follow what this say, right?
Whatever it is. One of my uncles, I don't give a fuck what you call me, just call me, goddamn.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn, your uncle's got some sense.
I told you, bro, that's what, you know what I'm saying?
Support your own.
Now I'm talking about support your own. Support is important. You know what I'm saying? We love you, man.
We love you, mate. Same way, though. You know what I mean? Like, they problems ain't that big, so why not talk? Why I don't really want to talk about it. But to hear you talk about it, like, you know what I mean? The struggle is a struggle, and a lot of times just talking about it is what helps out. But I think a lot of times as black men, we hold it in. You know what I mean? We don't talk about this stuff. So like I tell you, a lot of times with my homies, when they call me, the other person doesn't talk. Yeah. The other person just listens. He might not even have, you might not, because you realize you don't even know what to say. But a lot of times, I think a lot of times niggas just have a lot of thoughts in their head. You need to hear that shit. Like, the shit in your head sounds a lot different when it's said. It might sound smarter, or it might sound dumb as fuck.
Or petty.
Petty, you feel me? Yeah, or it might sound like shit, like your man might chime in like, yeah.
That's electricity, you know what I mean? That's the waves between people, you know what I mean?
It's electric.
Yeah, boogie, woogie, woogie.
My nigga.
The goodness golly with the sweetness Molly show that the boogie.
That song right there is like, I love black people. Like, cause when I was young,
like catching the clap or some shit, right?
We're not doing that right now. You're not gonna fuck my shit up. You're not gonna fuck my shit up. Like, that's one thing I remember, like going to family functions with my mama, and sooner or later, everybody doing this shit. Like everybody, yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
even a couple white people that's
and
then like, show me what I got.
Yeah, because it'd be piles. People just together. That's all come on. Everybody in that joint together. Like that's all. Yeah. Like I ain't gonna lie. I hated the Cupid Shuffle because I was still going to the club. I'm like, I'm trying to gyrate over here. And y'all doing this little whack ass Cupid Shuffle. You fucking shit up. Yeah, you fucking shit up for me right now. I didn't like that shit back in the day, nigga. Fuck out of here, nigga. My gyration hour, nigga. Fuck out of here. Yeah, I gotta shut them niggas out, homie. Yeah.
Oh, homegirl like that. I said violent. You seen the video though, right? I like, yo, they try to get that shit, bro. That joke was funny as shit. I like, yo, he said, oh, homegirl abusive. Homegirl, she down for the 187. I like, yo, homeboy funny as shit. Then I seen the other videos he had. I was like, oh, this nigga, he a comedian to me. He a comedian.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Waste a spot on that.
George Clooney or Robert Downey?
That's what it is. Facts.
I was like, nigga, George Clooney, you like Batman?
No, it is one movie George Clooney played in. It is one movie George Clooney played in. Some escape type movie. Yeah, it's some escape movie he played in. Not escaping, but...
Talking about Ocean's 11?
Nah. It was him and his family and they go somewhere. He had a weird name in that joint. Albert, something like that.
I don't know about that.
But it's a couple of movies where... There's a couple of white folks that got a good movie I like, so do I want to waste a spot on them?
I mean, if you don't like...
Yeah, and Tom Hanks got to be in there because of big and. You know, sometimes I get him mixed up with Michael Keaton.
You like Batman?
The funny thing is, I hate Batman.
I don't like that nigga named White Batman.
Verzuz, nigga.
That's enough.
True Game Entertainment. I'm gonna do that over because I don't understand why I did this. That's something I do. It's not. It's too close to. I can't cut it out.